Hi everyone, I'm Bita Delisi, and in this video we're going to talk about how can landlords legally increase the rent. As you can imagine, this is the golden questions that many landlords and realtors ask us, because really sometimes they don't know how to increase the rent in accordance with the rules of procedure, and they end up using text message or email as a method of rent increase. And then what happens is, come time for the tenant to increase that rent per the date in their text message or email, they don't receive that differential increase. And then what they do is they usually call a legal representative, only to be told that that rent increase is not per the rules of procedure. So here's what landlords need to know. First and foremost, there are rules related to rent increases. Even if you are a new purchaser who has assumed a tenancy, you cannot just increase the rent because you just bought the property and you're the new buyer. Again, there are rules related to rent increases. Here's what landlords need to know. Number one, rent must be increased in accordance with the rules of procedure on the appropriate landlord and tenant board form, whether it's an N1 form or an N2 form. Number two, on those forms provides the tenant with information. One of the pieces of information is that the landlord must provide 90 days notice for that increase. This is because that landlord will provide the notice, that tenant will have the opportunity to either move out or find another place if they don't agree with that increase, or they could not pay and the landlord can commence a non-payment of rent procedure. Now, that notice must be in writing, again on the landlord and tenant board approved form. Of that increase must be meticulous, meaning that there should be no room left for error. Any errors, no matter if it's a quarter, no matter if it's $1, if the tenant doesn't pay and that increase is challenged at the landlord and tenant board, you can actually risk it being tossed. What you also need to know is that calculation, if the property is built and occupied prior to November 15, 2018, must be per the increased percentage, which is set by the ministry annually. Just remember, landlords, you have the legal right to increase the rent per the rules of procedure every year. If you don't use this, you lose it, meaning that you can't go back retroactively 5 years or 2 years and increase the rent retroactively because you were being a good landlord and you didn't increase the rent. So if you don't use this, you lose it. I hope you found this video informative. If you have any questions, always call us first.